On this episode of Small Business Revolution Main Street, a local restaurant with a heart for bringing people together.
Every special occasion, we come here.
But seasonal woes have threatened to close their doors.
There's a lot of job stress. There's a lot of juggling.
The last thing either one of us want is for this to go down the wastebasket.
Can the Small Business Revolution team find a fresh take on this classic eatery?
The challenge for you is you have empty seats.
There's no table, we're out of here? We need to change that.
Small towns across America are fighting for their survival with the odds stacked against them. But what happens if we join that fight?
Small Business Revolution Main Street
The
Makeover
second
contest.
year in a row for the competition.
One community is getting a $500,000 makeover.
Thousands of small cities and towns taking part.
What started as an idea became a national movement with over 1 million votes cast throughout the country. And finally, one winner.
The borough will get grants, publicity, and advice.
The town went all out to win the competition.
I know I voted.
Now, marketing expert Amanda Brinkman and her team at Deluxe are going to work for the people of Bristol Borough, Pennsylvania. And they brought along entrepreneur Robert Herjavec and a cast of small business experts to help revitalize the town.
This is a story we've been following all summer.
Bristol Borough residents hoping for that big boost.
Every episode, we'll be working with a new small business, bringing marketing expertise, financial advice, and decades of experience, strengthening the town's economy, one business at a time. The team has only a few short months to see if they can change the odds. If together, we can start a revolution.
Italian families are just very close. They hang on to traditions, big family get-togethers, and their traditional meals.
When you crack open the right bottle of wine and you've got cheese and olives and bread, you just sit here and eat and talk, and 4 hours has gone by, and it's pretty close to a religious experience.
That's the kind of restaurant I wanted Annabella to be, to have people come here and have a real home-cooked Italian meal. I wanted it to feel like they were coming to my home. I was always in the restaurant business. I had a restaurant out in Colorado for 20 years. I noticed my mother was getting weaker and having a hard time getting around. So after 20 years out there, I just felt that I needed to be back here with the family and my mother. I come back home, we're sitting around the table wondering, what are we going to call this place? Finally, my nephew said, why don't you just call it Annabella? So we did, named it after mom.
There is an air of just happiness and conversation and laughter.
The first time we came here, it was for our first date. I figured what better place to propose to her. And I got down on one knee, proposed to her, and the people started clapping. Oh, it was great, you know.
And we've seen it from before Allison and after Allison, so we knew the restaurant before
He was very grumpy before
married.
Allison, I'm just going to say that.
I came here the first night I moved to town. My girlfriends and I had a wonderful dinner. Bob came out and talked to us. We just, really hit it off.
I used to do the desserts. She loves to bake, and I didn't want to take that away from her, so I let her bake.
He passed that right off 5 minutes after he found that I could bake. But I just loved him. He's just a great guy. I really connected with the fact that he came back for his mom. Says a lot about his character.
So do you come here more for Bobby's food or for Allison's desserts?
Do we have to pick teams?
Yeah, this is tough. I gotta go with Allison's desserts, yeah. Hopefully Bob's not listening to this right now.
The theater's in right now, so I will have a dining room full of people that they want to eat and they want to go across the street.
There's definitely a relationship between when the theater's in production and how busy we are.
Bristol Riverside Theater has been around for 30 years. We produce 5 main stage shows a year. It's about 50,000 people come through town every year seeing our various productions.
We get this whole theater crowd who comes who are not generally from Bristol. And then when the theater's not in production and they're in rehearsal, it's usually more of a low time.
Next thing you know, the dining room empties out. Then it looks like somebody said there was a bomb scare in the restaurant, so there's nobody here. All the restaurants feel it, puts stress on all the small businesses.
I make the desserts for the restaurant, but I am an educator. It's a full-time job for me. That provides us with our steady income and has, saved us a few times. But my other full-time job is being a cheerleader for him. There's a lot of job stress. There's a lot of juggling. We call it as the pizza turns around here sometimes. We did what we had to do. Made it work. So I don't know. It's just a really special restaurant.
Annabella is a vital part of Bristolboro as a source of jobs, as a place for the community to come together. But as beloved as this place is, I don't have a sense for how the business itself is doing. And I figure Bobby and Allison spend enough time in the restaurant. So we're walking over to Bucks County Baseball Company. Bobby and the owner, Jim Lutz, go way back. So he and his son, JP, are opening the place up just for us. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, dear.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hi. How are you? Good to see you again.
Bobby, how you doing?
Junior.
Hi.
Bobby.
Yeah. You can't be this
Jimmy.
close to Philadelphia and not stop in.
Yes.
Now, you two grew up together?
Yes.
This is a picture that I got some old newspapers. There's people in there that you know.
Oh my goodness.
Those guys had a lot of talent.
This is you?
Yeah. That's Bobby with hair.
And glasses.
And glasses. No, Bobby was good. All those guys were good ball players. Bristol was a basketball town.
What part of running the restaurant gives you the most joy?
That's a tough question. Because I really love cooking, and I really love being out front with the people.
And we've been hearing from your customers that they love your baking. Is it ever an ambition to take on baking full time and join Bob at the restaurant?
No, we could never work.
Was that a maybe? I wasn't clear on that.
Was a no.
Plus, our main source of income is her job.
And then there's that.
And then there's that.
What was your first date? Like, where does a restaurateur take?
To his restaurant.
That's where you met, though, right? You met at the restaurant?
You have to remember, it was 2008.
Okay.
2008 were very dark days. So we could afford to have dinner at the restaurant.
2008 was a hard year.
Very, very hard. It's probably one of the first times I thought about shutting the doors and doing something else.
I can still picture you sitting at this table just distraught. I mean, just because nobody would be here except us.
I had to lay off a chef that I had. I had to get back into the kitchen. My credit kind of slipped a lot. I've had my niece come and help me. I've had my nephew come and help me just to stay above board as much as I could. But I really don't have a quit attitude.
And every day you would say, I'm just going to go open the door. That's all I can do. And every day you went back. And I mean, you are the definition of grit.
Well, it feels that you're running such a great restaurant and people love your food and they love that warm family environment. I think it's really just about evening out your week and making the revenue more consistent, just giving you a little bit more breathing room.
I'm not looking to do the numbers that I do when the theater's in, but I would like that I could still pay bills.
It does seem like Allison came into your life at the perfect time.
She, I just think about it all the time. That without her, I wouldn't be able to achieve as far as we've come right now. Now, I see where we're at, and it's with you folks. It's kind of starting to pay off.
My perseverance. Persevere, buddy.
Sorry.
No, it's wonderful.
He looks tough, but he's such a marshmallow.
Seasonality is such a common problem for any business. And it hits small businesses particularly hard because unlike big corporations, they don't usually have the cash reserves to weather a downturn. So I want to bring in someone who knows exactly what Bobby and Allison are going through. Kim Bartman is perfect for the job. She was a huge help last year in Wabash at Harry's Old Kettle Pub and Grill. And it's not just that she runs 8 successful restaurants of her own. It's that she thinks of every one of them as an individual community gathering place, born out of the neighborhood where it's located. She also started her career in the kitchen, so she and Bobby will have plenty to talk about. 301?
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh, here they are. Hi, Allison. How are you?
Hi.
Hi, how are you? I'm Robert.
Should we look at the outside while we're out here?
Yeah. Good. Well, if you guys could change the storefront, what would you do?
Probably my awning needs to be updated. That's 14 years old also, but there's not much I can do about it. The building is not mine. Anything that I want to do, I would have to pay for it. I don't have the money to do it.
Here's the entryway.
Where do people wait, like if they're waiting?
They don't wait.
They don't wait?
They don't wait because this is all they have. This is the only space they have.
They don't stand
to wait.
outside. They're just like, oh, there's no table. We're out of here.
Right.
We need to change that.
Okay, dining room. This is our 35-seat dining room.
Okay.
So this is my small kitchen.
Yep.
My space is getting smaller. My equipment's getting, doesn't hold as much.
Because you're getting busier.
Yeah, it's getting busier.
That's a good news,
Like
but you've got to keep up with it, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. If we reorganize the kitchen and give you a little bit more shelf space, we could get a chef's table in here. Let's say it's about this wide. And I think here in front of that window, so when people are walking by at night, that could be really fun.
Right.
All right, what are we making? Vodka rigatoni?
Making vodka
My
rigatoni.
favorite.
All right, so butter,
Butter.
prosciutto,
Oh, that's why it's so good.
vodka.
Vodka? There's actual vodka in this dish?
Yes.
Then how convenient. Do I still have my eyebrows?
You're done.
Both of them?
Okay, you want to toss it?
Did I pass? I passed the test?
You got 100.
All right, Kim, so if you were to have purchased Annabella and you were coming in here, what are some of the first things you would do?
I would first get in the kitchen. I really do think there's an opportunity in there to contract the amount of space the kitchen is taking up. You know, not only does the kitchen become more functional and it looks better, you know, get a chef's table in there. Mm-hmm. And I want to lighten it up in here. If we want it to be sort of both a really fun place and a romantic place, I want a little bit lighter wall so there can be that feeling of a glow, kind of, you know? Mm-hmm. I would love to see this menu shrink a little bit.
That is a sensational idea.
To try to draw them in.
You know, you guys really have me thinking about this menu now because I'm looking at it and I'm saying, see, that menu would if I went to a restaurant and it was that big, would be too confusing for me.
Are you open to thinking about menu design as well?
I'm open to probably anything.
Let's talk a little bit about marketing. So how do people find out about Annabella at this point?
Website.
Search on Google, probably.
Or Google.
Yelp.
Website in general can, as we're kind of continuing to evolve the interior experience, we can make sure that website really communicates that as well. Yes. Across your social platforms, I think we want to kind of give you a little bit of a boot camp as to how to respond to the reviews, what you should be posting. Social media is kind of the new word of mouth.
I don't even know where to look.
And we can help you focus on the ones that really matter from a restaurant perspective. Okay. Are you open to additional revenue sources outside of kind of dining hours? Thinking about your catering business or things like takeout?
Yes, most definitely. Where it becomes tricky for me is when I'm extremely busy in here and it's just me and Wilson. So now, we're back there trying to figure out all these tickets.
Maybe your takeout, you could make a really tight menu that people could come and take away.
We're talking about a limited takeout menu.
Very limited, yeah. Like if you did a family dinner, let's say.
Mm-hmm. I love that idea too, because we want to help you with bags and packages for to-go boxes with nice labels so people are reminded of Annabella after they're here. They're little walking billboards for you with your logo.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But you could package up those family dinners that same way.
It's already packaged, it's in the refrigerator, take it home, put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. You're good.
As a working mother, I love the idea that I could have a home-cooked meal, quality food that's going to taste good, that is easy for me to make when I come home.
It can be a little deconstructed. And
and then I can do a couple things.
So
open a jar, if I must.
Yeah.
I hate to keep saying yes to everything, but
I'm surprised. I am surprised
you have to
you're saying you agree with this.
that 14 years of the same, I managed to stay open, but these are all things that need to be changed.
I'm so proud of you.
So proud of you. Just give me one, no. Just one.
I can't. Still give him a whole new set of problems that he can.
I can't say no to anything because they're all true things.
There's a lot of work to be done, but there's really good food in there, so it's all going to be worth it.
So we want to make sure that people are coming here just because this is the destination as well, not only when they're going to the theater.
We need to expand their sales by making it look and feel better and better marketing because seats mean sales.
It's so nice to have something finally good come our way. Like we have been struggling you know, emotionally, I mean, it is. It's a big strain. We won't waste the opportunity. It's just great. I mean, I just think I can't wait to sit at the chef table. I can't wait to see, you know, what it's going to look like in here with different paint and how exciting that's going to be for people to come here and discover that.
Bobby and Allison seem bought in and ready to change the way they operate, which is no small thing for a business owner. Now we're taking that momentum and cracking open the last piece of the business, the books. The Angelaccios are flying to Deluxe to sit down with me and Robert Herjavec and talk about the bottom line.
Actually kind of happy to get out of town for a couple days and see all you beautiful people in Minnesota. Yeah, here we go. We're on our way. You know, after 35 years, I pretty much know what my margins are and what I can do, but doesn't mean that I'm doing it right. Hello, guys. How are you?
Hey, Bob.
Hi, Robert. How are you?
Good to see you.
Okay, let's talk about your business.
So it's a restaurant?
Yes.
It's an Italian restaurant?
Yes.
How long has it been in business?
14 years.
Has the business been pretty consistent over the 14 years? Where have the good,
It's gone
bad...
with the economy where it's been kind of a W. So now I think we're on the upswing of the W.
And what would sales have been in a bad year?
50,000. The only reason why it was even that high was because of the theater across the street. That was actually my lifesaver.
And how do you feel about 2016's performance?
It was definitely better. We're probably in the $100,000 range.
Revenue?
Yes.
But in profit? What do you think in profit it makes?
Probably about 75.
No, because you make 75 after you pay for food and stuff like that. Yeah. But after you pay for rent, salaries, utilities,
right?
What do you think?
I don't have an honest answer for you. I don't really know.
Here's what the numbers tell me. The business did $110,000 in sales. Your direct cost of goods, so food, raw cost of goods, to generate that $110,000 was $40,000. So you're left with about $70,000. And then you had rent. Your rent is about $12,500 a year. On and on and on and on. All that came to $26,000. So the business made $15,000. Is that good, bad?
I'm going to lean more towards bad than good. I mean, it needs to do better. What I need is consistency.
So your goal number one is consistency, and goal number two is obviously growth, I'm going to guess. If I said to you, fix the number one thing in your business, what would the number one thing be?
Probably marketing.
Oh, you came to the right place.
So that way the consistency could maybe be established.
And I think the theater does a good job of letting other people,
Yeah, they
visitors
do.
know about restaurants.
Yeah, they do.
But your issue isn't making sure you're packed on theater nights.
Right.
It's really taking advantage of that crowd to come in, asking them to come back at a different time.
Wouldn't it be great to have that database of information
Absolutely.
you can mail to?
So we could create a very clean postcard for you that you can use in multiple environments. If you sign up, you get 10% off of your next meal on a Tuesday or Wednesday evening, or something like that. And you get to kind of help direct when that business comes to you based on when you need the business. What's that look?
It's that giving away stuff thing.
I am the worst when it comes to giving people stuff.
But there's nobody sitting in that seat.
Oh, that's what that face is? You have to get over that.
You're open on Tuesday anyway. If you can hold 35 people on a Tuesday night and you're only filling in 10, you're losing money on the other 25. It's better than zero. You want to run to capacity, get your volume turnover really high.
Well, the volume, that's always how I've always done business.
The volume. Yeah. The challenge for you is you've got a great product going, things are going well, you have empty seats. So don't look at it as giving stuff away. Think of the challenge, fill the seat. Butts in seats, butts in seats. How do we get the butts in seats?
For me, it's like I got to give you something to come have dinner at my place. I'm probably willing to try it. Reluctantly, I probably will do it.
Good.
Very.
I'm glad we agree.
Very reluctantly.
Doesn't matter.
We really didn't find a whole lot of places to cut cost in Bobby's operation, which means to improve the bottom line, we must increase sales. Discounts may be one way to do that, but it's up to us to come up with a whole lot more. Butts in seats. That's our mantra. In order to make that happen consistently, we've got to make Annabella's feel like a destination in and of itself, and not just that place across the street from the theater. It's time for the Deluxe team at the Creative Lab to get to work. So the outside, something that we wanted to fix right away.
We're taking down the steak knife, and then you see these awnings. We're going to take those down and put up a different facade.
From the moment your customer interacts with your business, they're forming an impression of your brand. So the facade is key. But since we're trying to pull in customers from as far away as Philadelphia, a lot of times that first impression won't be the building itself.
Typically, businesses approach the homepage of their website as really like the front door to their restaurant, when in reality, users are using search increasingly to find what they're looking for. So we want to give searchers an opportunity to land directly on the menu page.
And today, their menu on their website is a PDF, so it's not searchable. You can't find it.
While we're making Bobby's food more findable online, he and Allison are meeting up with Kim at one of her restaurants to see if they can tighten up the menu.
Could one of these be risotto for gluten-free things, you know?
Yeah, this can go off. Cavatellis are better.
Let's take an axe to it. Doesn't that feel good?
It does, actually.
The menu change will help us on 3 fronts. First, from a marketing perspective, it's something new. Next, accommodating dietary restrictions will open us up to a larger target audience. Lastly, paring down what they serve is going to allow Bobby to eliminate some equipment in order to make room for some of the improvements to the kitchen.
He needs a new floor in the kitchen. It's 50 years old, if not more. There's holes in the floor.
The city has been sort of on his case a little bit, so we have to redo it from the ground up.
The kitchen renovations are something we have to do, but what we all really want to focus on is the customer experience. So we're working with Michael, a local designer, completely overhauling the dining room as well.
You know, we want to refresh the paint. We're going to give him new tables and chairs. His stuff's pretty dated.
While we're working on the experience inside, we encourage Bobby to create more seating outside. More seats would mean more revenue on those busy nights.
We'll put some lighting in here. That would look really good.
But while all these big changes are happening, we can't lose sight of the details, because whether or not they know it, customers are always paying attention. From staff uniforms to takeout boxes, every little thing goes into that unconscious impression they're forming of your brand.
We looked at what their wait staff is wearing today, and it was just kind of a basic long sleeve
cotton t-shirt.
This is really comfortable, plenty of space on the chest here to do the logo, and stylish enough that it's something I could see selling.
And then for the to-go, a simple bag that they can carry across the street. And then when they are at the theater, if they walk by and someone gets that great smell, where'd you go get the food? And again, for the family style, we have these bags that have these massive bottoms.
Finally, we're not going to send Annabella's out in the world with just a plain bag. We need to design them a new logo. That is a central piece of your first impression.
Here we have their original logo. So we have some options, and they're very simple and kind of playing with Italian restaurant being centered versus off-centered.
We had a lot of discussions with them about changing the name slightly to Annabella's versus just Annabella.
People will throw it on the end no matter what.
Yeah.
So you might as well have it.
So we're really drawn to either this font with the simple line or our very favorites. There's kind of more this approach.
You guys are the experts, so that's what I want to go with.
Bobby and Allison's trust have been incredible throughout this process. And I think all of these pieces are really going to add up to something that's greater than the sum of its parts. Kim, Robert, and I can't wait to get back to the restaurant to see how the renovations came together and to show Bobby and Allison what we've been working on for the last few months.
Hi, guys. How are you? Good. How are you doing? Nice to see you.
You too.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's lunchtime.
Everybody keeps telling me how it looks like Tuscany.
Which is what we're going for, right?
Right. Well, you got people are going crazy over the awnings.
Yes.
How much more it pops than my 14-year-old awnings.
We have a new logo, the slightly new name.
Spreads across just like we wanted it to. It looks like one big restaurant.
Yep.
I can't wait to see a new menu in that box.
We have new menus.
I heard. Okay.
Right.
Ready?
All right, let's go.
Okay. Come on in.
Okay. For you.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Come on in. Wow.
So Michael took in the
Is that your mom too?
wedding photo and had it color enhanced, so pops of color for the flowers.
Mom and Dad.
Your dad's one good-looking guy.
Pretty cool.
Wow.
My cousin Rocky.
His name was Rocky?
Rocky, yeah.
Come on.
Are you happy with how it's, what do you think?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah?
I love it.
These tables and chairs are phenomenal.
Oh,
the lights are
gorgeous. All right, so do you want to see your new menu design? All the other fun marketing stuff? Okay. A menu for you, ma'am. A menu for you, sir. Ma'am.
Much easier to read.
Yes, right? Yes. You can navigate through it. I think sometimes people get kind of menu exhaustion.
I can't wait to see, like a month from now, how has this affected your check average and how things are working in the kitchen.
Most definitely.
Then we also wanted to make sure that you had separate dessert menus, right? Kim talked about the fact that this is a great opportunity for upsell. This gives the staff one more chance to talk about all of our desserts are made in-house by Allison. And if we're gonna do takeout. Right? Doesn't that logo look amazing? And in this particular case, we've added the Bristolboro PA to the logo. We've hooked you up with a great inventory of takeout boxes.
Now you're going to have to sell some takeout.
That is such a great idea. So few restaurants brand the takeout boxes.
Why not have one more brand impression?
No.
Go to grab it the next day, or
when you put the city in, then you can have a T-shirt or some other souvenir when you visit Bristol.
What an interesting idea. Let me just hang on.
All of these improvements really are going to make people see Annabella's as a special destination. And that gives us an opportunity to create another revenue stream for Bobby and Allison, merchandise. We're providing them with mugs, glasses, bags, and shirts, a whole range of goodies for their customers to remember them by.
What?
Oh,
those are
beautiful.
Cool. Someone just got engaged, or they're celebrating an anniversary. Bring out a complimentary bottle of champagne and leave them with the glasses or souvenirs that they take with them. So this wouldn't be a souvenir, but we've created chef jackets.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Oh, and it's got my name on it.
Oh, right. All right, so we talked a lot about the name, and then we also talked about the font and looking at potentially a new logo, and this is where we landed. It looks very much like a high-end Italian restaurant.
Yeah, it's bold. It's nice and bold. I like that.
I think you're going to like how it translates on your new website.
Wow.
So we want food to be the hero. We want to lead with the food. We want to make sure that people can find the hours, that we can talk about the fact that you could combine this with a night at the riverside. It's also very important to make sure that your address is clickable. There's nothing more annoying than when you have to copy and paste an address out of a website and take it over to a map app. See, 40% of people search for restaurants on their mobile device, so we've made sure that this is responsive in mobile.
Did you know Amanda had such a big phone?
No.
Hello? Yes. I'm in the middle of a photo shoot. Yes, I'll call you. So should we dig into the site a little?
Yes.
Okay, definitely want people to get to know Robert and Allison. Right? You guys are the most amazing couple. We want to see you visiting the tables. This is the kind of restaurant where the chef gets out of the kitchen, spends time with the customers. You do that, so let's talk about that. We want to include customer testimonials. People say wonderful things about you and your food, and we want to leverage that. So this is our menu.
Are those real pictures?
Yes, they are. We did a photo shoot where you cooked, and this is your real food, and people can sense that. They can sense when it's stock imagery or not. Then this is the About Annabella's page, right? So we love that you're holding the photo of your mom. We want to hear about why it's named Annabella's. And we want to hear about your passion for cooking and your passion for this community. And so your story is a big part of this, right? And so that's what websites can help you do, is tell that story.
It's much more than I
ever dreamed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. I love when websites make me feel that.
It's just fabulous. It's just amazing. I can't believe this.
Imagine how you feel, how your clients are going to feel when they see it.
We couldn't have hoped for a better reaction from Bobby and Allison, but we're not quite done yet. There's one more surprise waiting for Bobby in the kitchen.
Well, let's go
All right.
see the kitchen.
Get the hell
You
out.
go ahead.
Can't wait to see this.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Chef table.
Do you like it?
Wow.
It's awesome.
Wow.
Really nice to do. You made him cry again.
Isn't that great?
It is, isn't it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Starting and running a business is one of the loneliest experiences in the world. Bob's very lucky because he's got somebody who not only shares it with him, but is incredibly, incredibly positive.
This was just the greatest gift. It's everything I wished and wanted for him. All the people that we met and all the people we welcomed here, we really just felt that whole community, we're all in this together.
It was more than I had ever anticipated. They've become friends. And I will say this to my grave, none of this would ever be possible without her.
Small businesses really do take on the personality of their owners. So it's not surprising that when you eat at Annabella's, the thing you really feel most is love. For Bobby and Allison, it's a family tradition.
I always thought that my mom would have been a great restaurant person because of her love for the kitchen and the way she used to like to cook, and even more so the way she used to love people. If Annabella's becomes well-known because of this show, then thanks, Mom.
On the next episode of Small Business Revolution Main Street, a novelty retail shop breathing new life into the town.
She's exactly what this town needed.
With an owner who marches to the beat of her own drum.
Anybody that comes in, they can find something that they like.
The Small Business Revolution team aims to bring her vision into focus.
I'm still learning about the merchandise.
All comes down to the amount of money that you're making.
So she can bring a brand new style to the town.
It's all about looking good and feeling good.
Like most restaurants, Annabella struggled to find ways to consistently fill tables every night of the week. Visit deluxe.com/revolution to find out how the team from Deluxe cooked up a marketing plan to help them attract locals and tourists during off-peak times.